101, the Ventura Freeway eastbound from the 101.
Patty, you're on KFI.
Hello, Dr. Laura.
Hi, Patty.
I'm calling because for the last 6 months, my husband had become increasingly abusive.
What does abusive mean?
Calling me names and threatening behavior.
Threatening what?
Threatening me. I mean, coming over and, standing over me like he was going to hit me, but not hitting me.
Okay. Has he threatened to hit you?
Well, once. What happened was that he, it all kind of came to a head when the abuse kind of spilled over to my daughter, who's 3 years old.
Is that his child?
Yes.
And what did he do?
He tied her up.
How long ago was this?
A month ago.
This happened a month ago?
Yes.
And you're still in the house with him? Why?
Well,
Really, just answer that. Why?
Why?
Why are you still in the house with somebody who tied up a 3-year-old child?
I guess all that comes to me is that I'm afraid, and I...
You're afraid of what?
Well, I'm afraid of him, but I'm also afraid of leaving him.
You're afraid of leaving him?
Yeah.
And that's more important than your child being tied up?
No.
It must be. So mostly you're just afraid of being on your own and how difficult that's going to be.
Yeah, I am.
And for that, you'll sacrifice a child?
No,
But you have for a month. You've sacrificed a child because you're afraid to be on your own. You're her mother. She came out of your body. Nothing should stand in the way of you making sure she's safe. Nothing.
It's just that he's never exhibited...
Who cares? First time my husband would tie up our son would be the last time I'd be in the house with him for the rest of his natural life. There would be no coming back from that.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. And when I have the most mild-mannered guy in the world. Nonetheless, when I got pregnant, I made it very clear to him if he ever did anything or I thought he did anything, he'd be history. And he said, as well, I should. So now your daughter knows that her father can tie her up and her mother won't do anything. That's what your daughter now knows. Daddy's dangerous and Mommy's no help.
Okay.
Would you like to be your 3-year-old daughter?
No.
Then why do you let her be your 3-year-old daughter under those conditions? We've got to stop being a coward about this. I don't care how hard it's going to be for you out there.
Okay.
This is unacceptable. So what I'm going to recommend is we have numbers of safe places, safe homes, battered women's shelters, in other words. And we'll give you the number of the one closest to you.
Okay.
I hope you will pack up your things and go today. They will instruct you what you have to do at that point. One of the things that they will help you with is contact the district attorney's office, because you have to say that you've left to go to a safe place because this has happened, or else it's child kidnapping. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And but when you tell them that you're in a safe home and the reason why, then no charges can be filed against you for taking the kid. And then they'll help you deal with what you have to deal with after that.
Okay.
I want to read you something that came during the break, which is probably why I'm even sounding more somber than I would talking to you. This is from a person, and I want you to hear this. It's very important. I have listened to you over and over again about how truly dangerous, life-threatening spousal abuse situations are. I know enough about the abuse syndrome, so I certainly agree. But not having been abused nor knowing anyone who has, it never hit home with me until Friday night. I was here at home in my nice, quiet Orange County neighborhood when I heard what sounded like 5 backfires. Looking out my window to our parking lot below, I could see something was wrong. A car was running with its lights on, door ajar, and no one in it. After calling 911, I went outside, and just a few feet from my doorstep, A female neighbor and her soon-to-be ex-husband lay shot to death by him. Now, the letter goes on talking about how this woman kept, should I leave him, should I not? Should I leave him, should I not? Then she'd leave, then he'd say, oh, please, honey, I love you, I'll never do it again. And she brought him back. Now she's dead. And you know, all the women start out like you. I'm afraid to be on my own. And he only did it once. Well, I'll tell you, he only shot her to death once, too. Any man who is willing to tie up a 3-year-old daughter should not be in the presence of civilized human beings. Certainly, minimally, not you. Any man who would do that once is a disgusting creature. Who shouldn't be given a second chance. This woman gave her man a second and a third and a fourth chance. Our children are orphans. I don't know how to get the impression across. Don't be gutless about being on your own. It's better than being dead. And it's better than watching your kid be tortured. So hold on, we'll give you the number. I'm Dr. Laura Schlesinger. This is KFI AM 640.